Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us here at the Emergency Operations Center for our weekly press conference. I hope the entire community had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. It was great to celebrate with the entire community America's 250th birthday. We had a lot of special events all around town, and I hope people had a nice time with their friends and their family and could reflect on the history of our country and also what that means for them and their families as they move forward. And of course, it's been great to cheer on Team USA in the World Cup. Unfortunately, their run came to an end last night, but it's also been another great experience being with the entire city coming together, whether it was downtown at 4th Street Live or at other events all across the entire community to cheer them on. I hope that we're able to find other ways like this World Cup celebration to bring our city together over the coming months and years. It's so important for us just to enjoy one another, get to know one another, meet new people, particularly when there's something fun to do it around. And whether it's a holiday weekend like we just had last weekend with July 4th or any other weekend or weekday of the year, my top focus and our top focus at Metro Government is always making sure that everyone who lives in Louisville, who visits Louisville, who works in Louisville, is safe and feels safe. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning. This principle of ensuring everyone's safety in every neighborhood, in every aspect of their life, on every street, at every hour, is why last year we put out my SAFE Louisville plan, a comprehensive plan to improve public safety from every possible angle: prevention, intervention, and enforcement. And today, we're releasing a report to reflect on the first year of SAFE Louisville. And the results are encouraging. In 2025 alone, homicides fell by 22%. Shootings saw an even steeper drop in 2025, down 28%, with the fewest shooting victims in more than a decade in Louisville. In fact, since I became mayor, shootings are down over 50%. Again, in just over 3 years, shootings are down over 50% across Louisville. These reductions are not just numbers, not just percentages. These are sons, daughters, mothers, and fathers that are still with us. More families and kitchen tables that are full. This didn't happen by accident. This is thanks to a coordinated and comprehensive effort. We're strengthening our support for public safety professionals. We're doubling down on proven strategies like community violence intervention. And we're lifting up and investing in our neighborhoods, especially those neighborhoods that have been most impacted by violence, through improvements to our parks, our libraries, community centers, and infrastructure, while expanding access to affordable housing, early learning, and good-paying jobs. But our work is far from finished. Again, we are encouraged and motivated by this positive progress, but there is still so much more work to do, because one victim, one family impacted by violence is one too many. And that's why in our SAFE Louisville plan, we demand consistent, lasting change. Our goal is a 15% drop in shootings each year over the coming years. That is not just a goal. That's our commitment to the community, that we will continue to work at this every day all across Louisville Metro Government. And so far this year, we're seeing encouraging signs once again, with continued drops in shootings and homicides and other crimes. So today, you're going to hear more about what's working, how we've created this progress, and how we'll build on it to meet this goal this year and in coming years as well, so that everyone in Louisville is safe and feels safe. So first up, I'd like to welcome Misty Wright. Misty is our general counsel and leads our community safety efforts in our office. Misty's joined also today. We have many other leaders from many other Louisville Metro government departments and agencies: ABC, Codes and Regulations, Group Violence Intervention, the Office of Violence Prevention, LMPD, Parks and Recreation, Public Health, Public Works, and the Office of Social Services, all of whom work together every day to improve public safety across our entire city. So first up, please join me in welcoming Misty Wright.
Thank you, Mayor, and good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out to support this effort. The group that you see gathered here today is indicative of the collaborative nature of the public safety work that we're doing under the Mayor's SAFE Louisville plan. Of course, SAFE Louisville has many different strategies to it, strategies that deal with violence prevention, intervention, and enforcement. And today, I'd like to highlight one of our successful violence prevention strategies, and that is sustained focus improvement, or SFI for short. SFI involves all of the agency partners you see standing here with me and more that work together to create impact. This strategy acknowledges that to promote real and improved conditions in areas hardest hit by crime, it takes a collaborative effort. It takes a coordinated and multifaceted solution. And when we succeed, when we make impact in safety and in violence prevention in those areas, it has a ripple effect for our city. All areas of Louisville, the public safety is enhanced when we succeed with SFI. Our SFI strategy focuses on 5 areas of our city in Central, West, and South Louisville. And those are areas LMPD identified as areas hardest hit by crime. We refer to those areas as SFI areas. All right, so what does the effort actually look like? Well, there is extensive coordination. So leaders from agencies that are involved in the effort meet regularly, and we discuss SFI areas, challenges, progress, opportunities for collaboration. And each agency independently commits to the effort as well. So in 2025, LMPD increased its police presence and also community engagement in our SFI areas. ABC tripled the number of liquor license inspections in SFI areas. Our Public Works Department removed over 400 tons of waste and over 2,500 tires from our SFI areas. Our Codes and Regulations Department used clearboarding to deal with vacant and abandoned properties in our SFI areas, and that enhances safety. That has reduced our fires in abandoned properties and also break-ins. Public Health began inspecting massage establishments, looking for signs of human trafficking and other issues, and nearly half of their enforcement actions last year were in SFI areas. Social Services helps address homelessness. Our Office of Violence Prevention and Group Violence Intervention departments work together to do outreach to people who are at risk of becoming involved in gun violence. And our Parks and Recreation Department is operating the new Park Ranger program with a specific emphasis on public safety in parks located in our SFI areas. We are fixing streetlights, towing abandoned vehicles, removing graffiti, and all of these efforts together as a group have made a difference. So in 2025, our SFI areas saw significant decreases in violent crime, a 59% decrease in shootings. That's huge. And that level of impact has a ripple effect throughout our city. It makes us all safer. Through SFI, we are acting together as a city government in a coordinated and intelligent way to make meaningful change. So thank you to all of our agency partners who are making this happen. And as a reminder, this is just one of our many violence prevention strategies in the SAFE Louisville plan. If you'd like to learn more about SFI, check out Appendix A to the SAFE Louisville annual report. It's all about this effort. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Misty, and to all of the departments that, as you can tell from Misty's update, are really working collaboratively like never before throughout Louisville Metro government, throughout our entire city, to ensure that these neighborhoods are getting safer, they're getting cleaner, they're getting more vibrant and energetic, and that will continue to spread all across our entire city. The progress we've made and the work ahead of us would not be possible also without the collaboration and leadership of our colleagues in LMPD. SAFE Louisville was designed to complement LMPD's crime reduction strategic plan. Our administration prioritizes providing LMPD with the resources, the innovation, and the facilities that they need to keep our city safe. In turn, we expect a lot from our city's police department. Chief Humphrey and his team have worked hard to create a new culture, to build the most trusted, trained, and transparent police department in our entire country. And the proactive work that they're doing with the community and in the community is a major part of the progress that we're seeing. Please join me in welcoming Chief Paul Humphrey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And I think we can go through numbers all day long, and the mayor and Misty did a great job of explaining the progress that we've made. But I really want you to understand how this all comes together. What this really was about was when we came in and the mayor said, I need you to do whatever you have to do to keep people safe, to drive crime down, and to get the police department all on the same page. That was the goal. And so when we came up with our crime plan and subsequently the mayor's SAFE Louisville plan that supplemented that and took all the other parts of Metro government and said how we are going to work collaboratively together as a full Metro government towards one goal when it comes to safety, and then how do we use our outside resources. We can talk about public safety all day. Public safety is something that many of the people up here give to you. But community safety is the next step. It's how are we working with the community to keep people safe, to make people feel safe. And that's what you've seen, is you've seen officers out there every day humping it. Proactive activity has gone up exponentially. And when I say it's gone up exponentially, that is not just locking people up. I'm all about locking people up. Y'all know that. We can take everybody to jail that needs to go. But there's another aspect to proactive policing, and that is community interaction. And when the community interacts with us and they express a problem and we're able to reach out to all of these other entities and say, hey, there's a problem with a vacant property over here. There's graffiti over here. And the community sees those problems getting taken care of. That not only solves that individual problem, but it builds trust in the police department that we are going to solve your problems and make your neighborhoods better. And that's ultimately what this is about. It's about officers, the rest of Metro government working collaboratively, working with the community to make sure that everyone feels safe. And I love the numbers, and I think we've been very, very good and very successful. And these are just a benchmark for, as the mayor said, let's keep pushing. Let's make sure that we have goals every year, and let's continue to improve public safety and community safety in Louisville. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. As you can get a sense, our entire city government is hard at work, but we can't do it alone. And that's where partners come in. We need great partners from across the community to help make all of this work. And one of those great partners is U of L Hospital's Trauma Center. And today, we're joined by Kiara James. Sorry, Kiara. Community health workers like Kiara meet shooting victims when they're at their most vulnerable time and give them the resources that they need to break the cycles of violence and help find a positive path in life. Intervention, like the work that Kiara and her colleagues do, is delicate and important. It's challenging work, and we're grateful for their partnership. So I'd like to invite Kiara up now and tell us more about the lives that she and her entire team have helped change. Kiara?
Hi, my name is Kiara James, and I am the supervisor at U of L Health over our hospital violence intervention program. And for the last 8 years, I've been boots on the ground focused on making sure that we provide a positive impact for individuals who've been impacted by gun violence. And over the years, these partnerships with OVP, as well as Goodwill and VOA, have been critical to making sure that families are supported even after the hospital. It's a continuation of care, to have support within the community that you can turn to when healthcare stops at our doors. So being able to be in communication and have great partner working relationships, we're able to make sure that the families have what they need at any time to be able to feel supported, but also safe in community. And it's the numbers that you don't see. It's the smiling faces you don't see. It's the families, like Mayor said, coming together around the table that you don't see. It's kids going back to school. It's also those relationships that we build and generally have connections to where you don't even know if you made an impact. But when you go out into community and you feel safe, and you go out into the grocery stores, or you go out to the parks, or you partner with community to do events throughout the summer, you feel it. You feel the love of and the impact that you make on families and individuals who've been impacted by violence every day. So there's always room for improvement. And with the new initiatives that are presented today in this effort, I'm happy to be in collaboration with not only the mayor's office, but also community partners across the board to not only decrease gun violence in our community, but also continue to make great strides to build those relationships throughout the community to make sure that we are decreasing violence each and every day. Thank you.
Thanks, Kara. Thank you so much, Kiara. So this is just a little bit of the work. This is just a snapshot into the work that we're doing across Louisville Metro government to improve public safety, to make the progress that we're making, and to continue that and accelerate it in the months and years ahead. We will stay at it. We encourage everyone to read the entire report at louisvilleky.gov/SAFE Louisville. You can see what we've done. You can see the strategies that will continue to be implemented. And I can assure you that this will continue to be our top priority every day. So a giant thanks to all of my colleagues from Metro government, from around the entire community that are working so hard and collaboratively to do this important work in every way that we can think of to make our city, to make families, to make every neighborhood safer across the community. Thank you all very much. And before we get to questions, we have one other topic we would like to talk about also, which is another step forward as we work to improve public safety. We are always looking for ways to improve the way that we serve the community, to make it easier for the community to reach our public servants. And on the other side of this wall, right behind me, is an incredible team of 911 call takers and dispatchers. They hear from people in their moments of greatest need, when tragedy strikes, when time is of the essence, when every moment counts. They're trained to handle a wide variety of situations, but no two emergencies are exactly alike. So we also want to give them the tools that they need to adapt and perform their job as effectively as possible, no matter the situation. Last September, we announced Video to 911, a tool that allows 911 call takers to initiate live stream videos during certain 911 calls with the caller's consent. In situations when every second counts, this tool helps call takers gather information more quickly and helps first responders respond more safely and effectively. And today, I'm excited to announce another step forward: text to 911. Now you can text 911 directly to reach our call takers. We expect this to be especially important for individuals who are deaf, hard of hearing, have speech disabilities, or find themselves in situations when speaking on the phone could put them in even greater danger. So to share more about this new technology, I'm joined today by Metro Safe 911 Supervisor Justin Bagby. Please join me in welcoming Justin.
Thank you, Mayor. As all of you all already know, our mission is to make sure that everyone can reach help when they need it most. Today, we are excited to announce Text to 911, giving our community another safe and reliable way to connect with emergency services. Like the mayor said, this is especially important for those who are deaf, hard of hearing, have speech disabilities, or if making a voice call could put them in greater danger. If you need to text 911, the first message should start with your location and a brief description of what the emergency is. Once a 911 operator answers that text, the system will automatically reply with acknowledging that text has been received, and then that system will also ask your location. This is to ensure that we obtain the location of where help exactly is needed, as that's the most important part of getting the caller help or the texting. As our operators are responding to you via text, they are simultaneously notifying the first responders, and oftentimes they will ask for more information so people can expect follow-up questions within that text thread. We want to remind everyone that just as our call takers do when taking voice calls, them asking questions does not delay that process of getting first responders to you. This is the same with text to 911. This service is available throughout all of Jefferson County and will be answered by our trained 911 professionals here at MetroSafe. And while text to 911 is a valuable tool, our message is simple: call if you can, text if you can't. We've been operating the text to 911 as a pilot program for the past few months, and somewhat recently, on a shift that I was working, we received a text message from an individual who was afraid of their partner and the potential violence. They specifically said that if they called, they feared immediate danger. So luckily, this program was in place. I was able to initiate a police response and get that individual some help. And while we hate to hear possible domestic violence in our community, text to 911 has the potential to save lives. So as I wrap up, we do want to stress, however, a voice call is still the fastest way to communicate critical information during an emergency. But again, call if you can, text if you can't. Thank you.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Justin. As you just heard from Justin, we've already seen an instance of where texting to 911 has been able to help an individual who finds themselves in a dangerous domestic violence situation. And just as we are with our SAFE Louisville plan, working with partners across the community, we have great partners who are working to help individuals who are victims of domestic violence. Center for Women's and Families has been doing great work in our community for so many years. And we're fortunate to have a great partner in them and Elizabeth Martin, their CEO and president, who's here with us today to talk a little bit more about how texting to 911 can be a valuable resource for people that find them in challenging situations and are at risk or victims of domestic violence. Elizabeth?
Good morning, and thank you to everyone who is here, and thank you to Mayor Greenberg, Chief Humphrey, and everybody who works so hard to make our community safe. At the Center for Women and Families, we know that safety is not a one-size-fits-all. Every survivor's situation is different, and every additional option for reaching help can save a life. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, 46% of women and 30.2% of men in Kentucky will experience domestic intimate partner violence at some point in their lives. Those aren't just statistics. They are families, they are friends, they are coworkers, they are your neighbors. And we know that firsthand. The need for safe ways to access emergency assistance is evident in the work that we do at the center. Just to give you a small glimpse, in 2025, the Center for Women and Families took 9,266 crisis calls from those seeking help. We sheltered 479 individuals, and more than half of that were age 17 and younger. So we're seeing a drastic increase in families coming into the center. And we supported 265 individuals who were pursuing emergency protective orders to protect them from their abusers. So for someone living with an abusive partner, calling 911 isn't always possible, as you already heard. An abuser may be in the same room, monitoring their phone calls, tracking their every move, or ready to retaliate at the moment that they hear them call for help. In those terrifying moments, even a whisper is dangerous. That's why the ability to text 911 is so important. Texting 911 provides survivors another way, another tool in their toolbox to reach emergency responders when speaking can place them in even greater danger. It gives victims an opportunity to communicate silently, discreetly, because they may be hiding in a closet. They may be hiding somewhere where their abuser can't find them. And quickly they can reach law enforcement during what can be the most dangerous times of their lives. We know that the first 48 hours that a victim reaches out for help is the most lethal time. This new capability also improves for individuals, as you already heard, who are deaf, hard of hearing, who may have speech disabilities. Maybe they don't speak English. Maybe they need an interpretation. We see everybody who struggles with this. And so this gives them the opportunity, ensuring that all Louisvillians can reach emergency services when they need them the most. While calling 911, as you already heard, is the most preferred way because it is safe, we want every Louisvillian to remember this simple message, as you already heard. Call if you can, text if you can't. At the Center for Women and Families, survivor safety is always and will always be our highest priority. We applaud the implementation of Text 911 as another tool that can help save lives and increase access to emergency services for those who need them and are experiencing domestic intimate partner violence. So once again, thank you, Mayor, and thank you to the city.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for the work that you and all your colleagues do at the Center for Women and Families. Following our question and answer session, I'll also be doing a live demonstration of the Text to 911 technology so you can see exactly how it works. And I want to give a giant thanks to everyone involved in setting this up, everyone who works 24/7 in our 911 call center, to all the dispatchers, to everyone from EMA that really helps make this happen. This is another innovation and step forward that we believe will save lives all across Louisville. Thank you all very much. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions from members of the media.
I've got a question for you, Mayor.
Please, Ivy.
So obviously these numbers from the state Louisville report, look fantastic. But going into this next year, are there any areas that they're like, oh, hey, we need to improve here, or we need to maybe try something different in this? Just anything from that?
Yes to all of those questions. The question was about, are there certain areas that we're looking to do better? And the answer is yes. We're looking to continue to reduce shootings and homicides. We're also looking to continue to reduce all other crimes. For example, one thing that we know we need to continue to focus on are property crimes. And there are neighborhoods across Louisville right now that are experiencing car break-ins, and we want to reduce that as well. That's proved challenging, and so we're working on new strategies beyond what we're already doing, and LMPD is really leading the way with some things that we're working on doing there. So they're across the board. We are never going to be satisfied. I am never going to be satisfied. Chief Humphrey is never going to be satisfied. There's always going to be work to do to continue to reduce the amount of crime in our community, whether it's violent crime or others. Today, we're specifically focused on a lot of the violent crime areas, but it goes across the board.
As a follow-up to that, how does the layout, you may not be able to answer this specifically, but lay out the most successful strategies and strategies where you haven't seen improvement.
So the question was about the most successful strategies in some areas where we haven't seen the improvement. I think it is very difficult when you're talking about improving public safety and crime reduction to just say this was the one thing that did it. I think the reason we had so many people up here from Louisville Metro government is because it takes so many different strategies all working together to see the results that we're seeing. It's a combination of the work that we're doing in prevention, intervention, and enforcement working together. It is important to have both police officers, violence safety professionals. It's important to have strong parks and libraries. And as I even alluded to, part of our strategy includes long-term strategies like making early learning more accessible, that we know won't yield results for a decade or more, but it's important to start now so that future generations of Louisville are also safe.
Mayor Greenberg, something that you mentioned is police fraud. Is how public perceptions of safety have remained largely unchanged. I know the numbers were good. If you were to ask people, a lot of people would still feel unsafe. How do you change those perceptions?
Yeah. The question was while the numbers regarding crime statistics continue to go down, the perception of public safety, the perception of danger has not changed much in the community. One of the reasons we do events like this, where we want the community to know about the positive progress that's happening, to work to change those public safety perceptions. It's also why I continue to encourage people to come downtown to events like we just had over 4th of July weekend, go to other neighborhoods across the community, go visit our new parks, check out some of our new libraries across the community. When people go to new places, when they experience new events, when they come downtown after having not been downtown in many years, people will see for themselves that they are safe, that they can feel safe, they can enjoy themselves in ways that they didn't even know they could in this community, and hopefully that word will spread. So it's a comprehensive effort to work to encourage people to get that feeling of safety back. It's something that we're also working at very hard. Is it? So the Kentucky State Fairgrounds and downtown, the Kentucky International Convention Center are such important parts of our community. They're important parts of our economy. They create so many jobs. They attract people to our city every day. I appreciate the work that David has done for Kentucky Venues, for the community. His team and my administration and I worked very closely together on many initiatives, including a new 10-year deal for Bourbon and Beyond and so many others. And so I thank David for his service to Kentucky Venues and to the community. And now our administration is prepared to work with the new board, with Mike Berry in the interim role, and whoever might succeed Mike as well. This is so important to our city. We have to continue working closely together. We have to make sure the construction at Kentucky Venues continues forward, that we continue to attract world-class and large events to the fairgrounds and to the convention center downtown. And my administration stands ready to partner with them over the coming years as we continue to build on the foundation that exists now to make Louisville an even more world-class place for folks to host large-scale events. Yeah, I'll let the governor, speak for himself on that. What I can tell you is that our administration is working hard on downtown revitalization, and you can see projects like the new Humana Tower that's been announced, the new Diamond Baseball Holdings property that's building more apartments and housing, the JW Marriott announcement, and others that are coming as well. We are investing in the hospitality industry of our city. It creates jobs, it attracts visitors that support our local businesses, that really drive the economy here in our community. We're working to attract new events to the community, whether it's things that, as you all are well aware, the state just recently passed a new initiative to bring a new PGA championship here that we're working hard for. We're working for other large events like Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life to build on our success of the Derby. So we're working hard to build that infrastructure. And I do agree with the governor. I think everyone agrees that we need to have world-class venues in our city. And so we're going to do everything that we can to support at the fairgrounds and downtown for those to be world-class venues that can host events of even larger size than we can do now as we continue to build out the infrastructure to support that. Okay. The question was about the governor's reference to deaths during the severe weather that we recently have. I believe the Jefferson County death that the governor is referring to is the gentleman who passed in Floyd's Fork Creek. I believe this was 2 weekends ago when there were 3 individuals that were in the water. 2 of them were rescued, and a third, unfortunately, was not, and he passed and was ultimately they did find him. But he was deceased at the time. I believe that's the individual that the governor is referencing about the Jefferson County death. Is there one more over here? Oh, okay. All right. All right, last question. Yeah, the question was about I-65 and next summer. I'll let that, as you mentioned, Isaiah, that is a Kentucky Transportation Cabinet project. So I'll let them provide the information on what the plans are going forward to complete the project. I do just want to say thank you to them that I know this has been an inconvenience to many Louisvillians, to others that are traveling through our city this summer. But I'm I'm very pleased that they are ahead of schedule, that they've been able to reopen some of I-65, and I'm hopeful that that continues so it's completely reopened by the end of July as the original plan was. But I'll let Kentucky Transportation Cabinet speak to the details as they go forward with the remainder of that project. Thank you all very much. Have a great day.